please to go.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, to the meeting. Roll call, Diane.
Mr. Douglas?
Here.
Mr. Barber?
Here.
Mr. Irwin?
Here.
Mr. Langley?
Here.
Mr. McDonald?
Here.
Mr. Farrell, our Superintendent of Highways. Mr. Favreau, our Attorney. Mr. Tejo, our Superintendent of Water and Sewer. Ms. Barber, our Confidential Secretary. Mr. Ryan, Blue Gazette, and our guests. And Mr. Drollet, my favorite dog control officer in the whole town.
You know.
But I love you.
People would argue with you about that one.
I still love you, babe.
And Diane.
Pete, we do that training.
So much for that training.
I need a motion and a second to approve the regular meeting of September 23rd.
I'll make a motion.
Rick made a motion. Jim, Douglas second. Any discussion? Just like always. All in favor?
Aye.
5 ayes. Okay, moving right along. Number 5, motion discussion to accept the reports from all departments: water, sewer, Belcor, highway, town clerk, dock control officer, youth department, code zoning, supervisor report, court, website, JCO, and banking reports. Need a motion and a second for that?
I'll move it.
Mel made a motion. Jim Langley second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Good, Mel?
Yep. Aye.
5 ayes. Okay. Community inputs. One that we sign up, if not two.
Yeah, we have two. We have Jordan Kelleher, parade for tree light.
Yes, we think about the idea of doing a parade, the night of the tree lighting. That's something maybe we could do starting over on 22B, around about Murphy's, Rounds Drive, and then coming down through the town one way or another, ending at the tree lighting. Something, you know, in our business, at the farm center geared towards tractors, lit up, some floats. We've talked to a few of our customers who'd be interested in doing the same thing. We do it every year down in the city. They have their big tree lighting parade, and it seems to bring out a lot of people. I just think it'd be a nice touch for the holidays. So, didn't know what we needed to do to see if we can get that done, or
What night's the tree lighting scheduled for?
have you not?
It's
It's a Friday, it's always a Friday.
6th.
The 6th of December.
6th of December.
6th of December.
Now, would you guys coordinate that with the fire department? Because of course.
The fire department does a parade now.
We do?
Yeah.
On that night? Going
They
right-
bring Santa to the gazebo, all the fire trucks,
Where do you start?
the fire station.
The fire station, you just go down through, and then, where do you go right through, or do you start?
They bring, to the gazebo, they let Santa off, because he goes in to the community center with the kids.
Yeah.
And then usually they just go through town. That's when they start their night of going around with decorated fire trucks.
Gotcha.
That's their first night.
Or, and we just wanna get involved with that. I mean, there's no point in doing more work than we do, but.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that you came down that side. It'd be nice to go through town, but we would have 2 or 3 tractors ourselves and 2 or 3 customers.
Yeah, well, they do, once they let Santa off, they drive through the whole village.
Good goes, okay. Yeah, we're not looking to do anything above and beyond that.
The event the city has grown over the last couple of years to become one of the best events the city puts on. It's packed downtown
Yeah.
on Saturday night. So I think the one here is probably the night before, which may work out everything decorating, people that then go to the city parade the next night.
Correct.
But it's a huge turnout in the city for all that.
Yeah,
I think if you could coordinate it, my thinking is if you can coordinate with the fire department,
sure.
let the fire department come through first and you guys be behind them and maybe go to the right where they get dropped off, just Santa at the church.
Yep,
And then continue if you guys want with the fire department for a little bit or something like that. But I would say coordinate it, obviously coordinate the guys over at the fire department because it's something they've done for every year I've ever.
yeah. No, that's good.
That'd be my thought. I don't know if you have any thoughts.
It's great.
Usually get a big crowd, Jensen, I suppose.
Maybe be on the last one, like a little Yeah, coordinate it.
I think,
We don't have a problem as a board, right? I mean, I think it's a good idea.
I think it's all good.
Sooner the better.
More the merrier. Yeah. Perfect.
Get together with Courtney or someone at the fire department if you know someone, but I'd say Courtney.
I can
Yeah.
give you the chief's phone number.
Yep.
Okay.
Write it down.
Anything else on that?
No,
Good.
that's pretty much it.
Okay.
And then John Ryan has asked about the gazebo pond.
Yeah, I was with somebody the other day, we were walking by the pond, and they hadn't seen its condition lately. They were wondering how long it's going to stay that way. Probably Courtney's question.
Yeah.
How long it's going to stay that way, and is there any way to improve it?
What's that?
It's just a green blob right now.
Full of algae.
But is there any, it didn't used to be that way. Is there any way
Every
to?
year we get algae. It's a little worse this year because the aerator was down. It wasn't being aerated, so next year it might not end up being so bad.
Is there anything we can do to improve on it?
Hope the aerator doesn't break.
Because it really is a eyesore right now to the community. I
I
don't-
mean, there's chemicals you can put in ponds to kill algae, but you won't be able to pump any more water in because you're just gonna wash it out into the river.
You gotta be careful washing
Be
it down
careful
to the
with-
river because
yeah,
of the
doing
rain
that.
we got today, so.
Yeah, it might be better after today.
But it's been kind of a green slime all summer long, has it not?
Well, the pump was dead for how long, Courtney? I mean, it was dead for.
Yeah, we got it
all
in
the
pretty late.
beginning.
We got it in pretty late.
Perhaps we could give it a higher priority. It is in the center of the community and so on. But
Yeah, Courtney looked into it, guys. Do anything? Anything else, John?
nope.
Okay. Moving along. Okay, number 7, resolution discussion.
Usually sets up all this good
Water
stuff.
plant certified equipment purchase. Courtney wanted this on there because in the meantime, that equipment went up in price from what we approved it.
They already have the ones picked out. Yeah, the clarifier equipment. Those first prices are kind of rough with just some basic information they were sent. When they actually engineered the new clarifier troughs, there was a section they didn't know they returned actually in an L shape, so that increased the price. So the old price that was approved was $12,455. So for the same product now, the price has gone up to $15,387.
Yeah, it's gotta be
So the resolution's got to be amended to say
15,000.
Yeah.
We'll take that up again, salary.
Okay. Courtney, what was the basic?
The new price is $15,387.
What before? No,
And it was $12,455.
we dropped it, all right. I dropped it.
I wish it was 5,000.
10 for 10,000. The written part is right though.
Just prove it, the price. Any questions on it for Courtney, for a resolution?
Gotta have it.
Gotta have it. Okay, so resolution?
A resolution.
Or wait, need a motion and a second to read the resolution. Okay. Jim Douglas and Rick seconds. Resolution, Diane.
A resolution to purchase EPC equipment from Corrosion Products and equipment at a revised pricing for the wastewater plant clarifier system by the town of Peru Sewer Department. Whereas the town of Peru Town Board has found a need for new EPC equipment for the wastewater plant clarifier system for the town sewer department at a revised price of $15,387. Whereas the town board and sewer department superintendent have determined that the new fiberglass custom brackets, neoprene gaskets, and stainless steel hardware, the VPC equipment offered by Corrosion Products and Equipment would enable the town to provide a continued level of quality to the town's residents at a original price. Now it is being resolved that the town supervisor is authorized to sign all paperwork to execute this purchase as soon as possible.
Any more discussion on it?
Mr. Barber?
Yes.
Mr. Douglas?
Yes.
Mr. Irwin?
Yes.
Mr. Lehman?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes. Moving on to number 8, I need a motion and a second for resolution for the schoolhouse, for work to be done over there, or on in the schoolhouse.
I would ask that we table this at this time, given the recent facts that have occurred there.
Yep.
That's a good idea.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor of the table? Aye. Okay, table. Okay. Number 9. Discussion, resolution, I need a motion and a second to accept the resignation of Steve Bonnie Bounty from the zoning board of appeals. Need a motion and a second for that.
I'll make a motion.
Recommend motion.
I'll second.
Jim Lane.
No.
No. Okay. Resolution, Diane.
A resolution approving the resignation of Steve Bounty from the Town of Peru Zoning Board of Appeals. Whereas the Peru Town Zoning Board of Appeals has recommended that Town Board accepts the resignation of Steve Bounty as of August 6, 2019. Therefore, be it resolved that the Peru Town Board agrees with the recommendation of the Zoning Board of Appeals to accept the resignation of Steve Bounty and thanks him for his past service to the Town of Peru effective August 6, 2019. And be it resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately. Mr. Barber?
Yes.
Mr. Douglas?
Yes.
Mr. Irwin?
Yes.
Mr. Lehman?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes. And I make sure on the 2 that are getting off, we send a letter to them thanking them. Next one, same thing, resolution discussion, I need a motion and a second for the resignation of Tom Fusco from the zoning board of appeals.
I'll make a motion. I'll second.
Jim Douglas and Jim Lane. Diane, resolution.
A resolution approving the resignation of Thomas Fusco from the Town of Peru Zoning Board of Appeals. Whereas the Peru Town Zoning Board of Appeals has recommended that Town Board accepts the resignation of Thomas Fusco as of September 18, 2019. Therefore, be it resolved, the Peru Town Board agrees with the recommendation of the Zoning Board of Appeals to accept the resignation of Thomas Fusco and thanks him for his past service to the Town of Peru effective September 18, 2019. And be it resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately. Mr. Barber?
Yes.
Mr. Douglas?
Yes.
Mr. Irwin?
Yes.
Mr. Langland?
Yes.
And Mr. McDonald?
Yes. Next one is resolution discussion, I need a motion and a second to appoint Terry Aubin Jr. to the zoning board of appeals.
I'll make the motion.
Rick made the motion,
I'll second.
second by Mel. Any discussion? Resolution.
A resolution approving the appointment of Terry Aubin to the Town of Peru Zoning Board of Appeals. Whereas the Peru Town Zoning Board of Appeals has recommended that Terry Aubin Jr. be appointed to fill the Town Zoning Board of Appeals seat vacated by Steve Bounty through December 31st, 2020. Therefore, be it resolved, the Peru Town Board agrees with the recommendation of the Zoning Board of Appeals and appoints Terry Aubin Jr. to complete the term of the seat vacated by Steve Bounty through December 31st, 2020. And be it resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately. Mr. Barber?
Yes.
Mr. Douglas?
Yes.
Mr. Irwin?
Yes.
Mr. Langland?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Is that because you need it for now?
Yes. That'd be 1, 2, 3, 4.
4.
4. Yep. Okay, number 12. Courtney, any update other than we're having a workshop Monday
Yep, for the
for different?
village
Yep,
plan.
yep.
Nothing really, I don't think, changed. The project has been submitted to DOT, they're waiting to hear from that. The only other thing is they're gonna be, if they haven't already, getting a hold of Matt
They did.
to start working on easements.
Yeah, we talked about that today. We're gonna get a list together of the, I guess we did 2 construction easements and then permanent easements. We're gonna get a list of those together and then I'll start working with them on that. We said you do most of the work, so.
We do most of the work. That's, and the only other is I met with Chet Halloran on the location on Sanborn and
Yep.
we can talk about that. Talk about that.
Okay. Anything else for Tony about that? Good. Moving right along. Okay. Number 13, I need a motion second to set a public hearing date for Velcor sewer rate increase. For, like I said, Velcor sewer rate increase, not the whole town, but Velcor.
I'll make a motion.
Jim. Emily made the motion,
Second.
second by Rick. Okay. Want to correction deed. I had Jim Langley take this and check on it today, and Jim can explain exactly what it is. Of course, I've never seen one come into the town, even when I was a councilman. So Jim checked on it today, and he can explain exactly
Well,
what it is.
I didn't realize it until I was talking with Rodney today. There's actually 2 parcels there. So when the FEMA buyout occurred, and then they then transferred it to the county, which then in turn sent it to the town, fee simple, they want to be sure that, and the reason why it has a dog park, because that's part of the Hayward Village section. And they wanted that parcel to remain because it would be historical in nature. So the dog park is on that parcel, and that's why you could have the fencing, otherwise you couldn't even have fencing over there. So this is just to clean up the language. They want it so that 20 years from now, if somebody's looking at it, they understand that the other parcel, which we all know and understand, you can't have any structures there, and there are other easements and requirements on that. They just want this verbiage added into that parcel. So,
What did they add? You know where they added, was it the top of
It's
the
the
last
last
page?
page.
It was the first 2 grantee paragraphs probably? That was one.
Yes. The first paragraph on that last page, on the last paragraph.
Basically says that land that's there has got to stay an open field the way it is now. perpetually. I have no issue with it.
Okay. And that's-
And it does say later on that it's a corrective deed, so it kind of references back to that original deed. Which will be helpful.
Yeah, we just got this, this past week, so yesterday I asked Jim if he would look into it, because he knows on the ground within the county, so.
and I have some other questions for the county today anyway, so.
Yep. We're good with that, and you're good with it?
Yes.
Okay, so I need a motion and a second for the resolution to be read, and then I will sign it tomorrow, or tonight.
I'll make the motion.
Jim made the motion.
Second.
Jim, and Jim Douglas, second. Resolution done.
A resolution to approve the corrective deed issued by the county of Clinton and authorizing the supervisor to execute the same. Whereas the town board has a copy of the corrective deed for the property that is designated as Lot 2 on a survey map entitled Map and Plan, Hayward Village Subdivision. Hamlet approved before it now therefore be it resolved. The grantee acknowledges that the use of this property subject to this corrective deed is restricted by the conservation easement held by the county of Clinton and recorded as instrument number 145252 on July 31st, 2002 in the Clinton County Clerk's Office. The conservation easement specifies that the purpose of the easement is to restrict the use of the land to open space in perpetuity to protect and preserve natural floodplain values and to prevent any future use of the property that will significantly impair or interfere with open space values of the property. Resolve the town approves of this corrected deed and agrees to the corrected terms and property descriptions of such prior deed recorded in the office of the Clinton County Clerk on July 31st, 2002 as instrument number 145251. Be it resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately.
Roll call.
Mr. Garber?
Yes.
Mr. Douglas?
Yes.
Mr. Irwin?
Yes.
Mr. Raymond?
Yes.
Mr.
Yes.
If I might add, because I found out today that there are actually, in fact, 2 parcels, I asked some specific questions about the Hayward Village building. And there are no restrictions whatsoever on that building. The town owns it like they would any other parcels if they had bought it. They can do whatever they want with that structure as long as it adheres to federal and state rules and regulations that we have to rely upon for any construction that we do.
Parcel on the other side, we can do whatever we wish.
Because again, that's on the parcel that goes along with the building itself. So, see, I've always been under the impression that it was all one big,
What is the law?
good to know.
Okay, moving along, number 15, discussion, Facebook page for water and sewer department. Courtney wanted this on there? Go for it.
Yeah, I kind of brought this up.
Are you gonna start tweeting soon too?
No,
I don't tweet.
I don't tweet, I don't Snapchat or Instagram or that. I brought this.
You haven't been married long enough.
Yeah, no. I follow Tupper Lake. Tupper Lake has a Facebook page, which they use to push out a lot of information. And just a lot of the jobs we've had lately in the boil water orders, John's great about getting it on for me. But just to get that information out there, especially the Cawkinsworth one the other night. By the time we tried to keep pressure in the meeting, so we avoided boil water, until I heard from some residents up in John's area that due to the elevation, I think they lost it. So the decision was made late to go on a boil water order. John did get it on for me, but just with stuff like that, if I could get more of the industry users and, to join it, see where we have construction, they might want to avoid the area for traffic and boil water orders when they're lifted. Because I'm getting people inbox messaging me on Facebook.
So who's gonna
Is
be
it
the
lifted
primary
yet?
I'll look how many
person?
messages I sent you.
Who's gonna be the primary person that when they log in that will
I
update
would
it?
most likely have it right on my town phone so that I can even do it if I'm on the job site. Our on-call phone was going off nonstop that night. I keep walking away to answer it, and just hoping this would help get information out. When we are working in areas, or if we have these emergency boil water orders. We had middle of the night, we put it on the sign, and then Dan was on vacation. And right now, she's the only one that I know that was gonna use it. Just as another tool, I realize it can come with some negative sides, and hopefully we can curb that, that gets out of hand. We'll deal with that at the time. Well, if anybody starts out, I'm just gonna invite them to personally call me or come to a board meeting. And I'll do it online.
Yeah, you can do what John does too. He has to approve the messages on his, because if you comment on his, it doesn't go right on it, I don't believe.
No, yeah, Facebook it does.
It does.
Yeah, I don't have control over
There's
it.
a control thing on there.
I've never had any problem, but,
Yeah. So something like I said, Tupper Lake does it, and I follow theirs, and when they're working the streets, they put it out there. It'd probably be beneficial too.
It's a
Mike's
world
paving,
we live in,
and Mike's paving
On the
too, you can
website,
get
I
heads up.
What's
So I don't
that?
know if we want to do it strictly my department or do a joint. I don't know if we want anything to do with that at all, but
Why don't we start with one department and see how it goes?
I could see a lot of issues coming if Mike was involved. He didn't plow my road and.
Yeah.
Get into it.
yeah.
He just took out my mailbox.
You don't want to mention that.
Almost a season.
I should clarify, I have control over the website, but not Facebook.
Yeah, control.
Comments on the website, but not Facebook, right?
You can put a disclaimer on it too, that, this site doesn't tolerate propane, and you don't put that, there's a pretty standard, put that on the top of it and leave it there. Just to kind of cover it down a little bit.
I have no problem with it.
I think if it works out good for him, that would be great for highway.
Yeah, it would be great for highway
If
with
there's road
roads or
closing
pavement.
or something like that, he can post it.
Just, Courtney's gonna have to teach Mike how to do it the right way.
I have thought people too, he's probably too busy.
Now you can post, days in the area, bring your dog inside.
Wouldn't see of yours are.
I know my renewals in my truck.
Any good there?
Work on that.
Okay.
Okay. Already, okay. I would actually like to add one before other business. Let's go 15, consider it 15A.
Sure.
15A. Just because I got information back. So we have to withdraw the award of the bid or just award it someone else. It's about the roof of the courthouse. I got information back today finally, that the person that we awarded to, they cannot do it, because of.
Make a motion to join that bid and then we'll re-award it. And then we'll award it to the next one.
And what we can do, like Matt said, we can award it to the next bidder. As we all know, if we want to get it done this year, the roof is bad. I'm shocked today with the rain and stuff, so.
So I believe we can award to the next lowest bidder without doing anything else. I want to double check on that. So I'd like a conditional approval, if that's what you want to do tonight, just conditioned on my double checking that tomorrow or Monday, then I'll email Randy. That's just the procedure that we got right. But I'm pretty sure we can just go right to the next lowest bidder because the lowest bidder is withdrawing his, I guess his bidder is building people.
What was the price difference?
8,000 to 11,400, and then the next bid after that was 24,000 and some change. Those are only 3 bids that we received. So if it's 3,400, we do have the money in the building account. We put in extra last year to get it done. And that would be, so I need
We just need consensus, right?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
I just want to double check
I'm
that.
fine with it.
Good, good. Okay, so if it's okay with Matt, if it comes back tomorrow, if it's okay with Matt, we would reward the bid to Ron Boy for 11,000.
Have we checked with them if you can still do it?
I called, left 2 messages,
Yeah.
so that'd be, our next thing,
Okay.
but he hasn't called me back yet. I called him just for the meeting again, just trying to get the answer before the meeting, but I just got the message at 5:30 and there's other things going on too. So,
I'll let you know by the day.
Okay. so if that's okay, like I said, we'll go to Ron Boy for 11,400 instead of 8,000 for the other bidder.
It's really good
So
too.
I will do a motion second for that. So I need a motion and a second to,
Make a motion that we withdraw the awarding of the roof repair. It's part of the other
new image roofing.
And then award it to,
And we want to do the same motion.
Yeah.
Okay. And then award it to Jim and Rock. Ron Boy. Okay.
We make the motion, I'll second. How's that? So
Okay.
just say it.
Okay, so make a motion to withdraw, like I said, new image roofing for the 8,000 and we're awarded to Ron Hoy for 11,400. That's the motion. Second it. Any discussion?
As long as we get it, as long as those shingles have gotten some heat to see them, that's my only concern.
Yep.
Enough heat to seat those shingles, so they don't blow off.
The
Seal.
that.
It should be, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. He has it all. All in favor? Aye. So we know tomorrow, and hopefully I'll get back to me tonight or tomorrow. Okay, next, discussion, public comments on agenda items only.
Yeah, I got a couple here. The schoolhouse. What's the problem there? Why did we have to table that?
Well, it's not a problem. We have to review the status of the, just like with Hayward Village, there's a review that's going to occur on the deed.
Okay. What work does he have planned there?
Interior.
With the resignations from the zoning board, where do we stand in terms of manpower on the zoning board now?
There's 4.
4, and there should be 5,
There
right?
should be 5.
You still
And hopefully we can get one more.
Bob's gonna be busier.
Yeah. Hopefully we can get one more, but Terry will be,
Jordan, interested?
hopefully we can get one more, but yeah. They're
Yeah.
4 out of 5.
You didn't know.
Obviously not a good situation.
You got a volunteer job out there?
I haven't seen a lot.
Let's see.
Yeah.
How much is that Valcor sewer rate increase gonna be?
We're looking at $10.
$10 a what?
A quarter.
A quarter?
A quarter. $10 a quarter.
Every 3 months.
For the average user or for every
For
user?
everybody.
Okay.
Total, how many users we, there ain't that many.
36.
There's 36 users, John.
37.
36, 37 users.
Okay, Jim was talking about no restrictions on the existing buildings. That mean it could be used for a museum or anything like that?
Well, again,
There's nothing in the deed that's not, there's nothing new in the deed, so whatever's imposed by the state and the Fed is based on the historical nature of the building is there, but the deed doesn't impose any additional restrictions. So you still have to comply with state historical.
so if you were going to make a public space on the second and third floor, you have to provide an elevator.
Right.
Because of the ADA requirements.
And you can't do it on the first floor because of the floodplain
No,
thing?
you see, that part doesn't, that doesn't enter into it. We
Look.
keep talking about that and just found out that doesn't exist.
So
on the
that's
parcel.
exempt.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to take a risk, you could put it on the first floor?
You could, now that we found out, Jim found out.
Okay, yeah.
And if the second and third floor wasn't public, you could use that for something else for town purposes.
Okay. Make my own personal comment on Ron Hoy. He did my roof, and man, he's good. Outstanding, I thought. Okay.
Good. We get it done. Anything else, John?
Nope.
I did have to back up one. Discussion, other business. I skipped over it. Trying to get Diane and Matt out here. Rick,
No.
Jim. Good. Jim. Mel.
All set?
Mike.
Seen this lately, in the last couple of weeks, we did quite a bit of paving. We got a heck of a scare. After the city come and milled everything, the driveways, the intersections, the county contract with the new plant, couldn't get us. And I said, well, how long are you gonna delay us? We already delayed us. 22B, of course, they own the plant. He said, how about the next year? I said, are you kidding me? We got everything milled. They sent us to Upstone. We had no choice, but it's $4 and something a ton. So I'm gonna talk to Carl from the county highway tomorrow to see if we can go after them. We only got the bid. We don't see the fine print, the county contract. If we could go after them and make them pay the difference. They're the ones who sent us over there. They got another big job for Ricky. Of course, they own the plant. It's a state job. They control what goes in there. They overbooked. Essex County ended up here because they shut the Lewis plant down, Upstone did, because it's just a full plant. It's outdated, so it put us in an awful pickle, but it's, just Brand Hollow Road the other day, we put out 917 tons. It's $3,700 for one lane. So we're gonna be in the 7,000 just for that one road. And also, I brought it up before, I know it's Judy, Dr. Judy, in the budget for the chips, we had 214,000. We didn't have the rollover of the 140 and the paid, or the extreme winter. So there's actually 387,000 in that line, but it's gonna show negative for a little bit, and it's really gonna show because I got up the page so far, all the expenses for the engineering for Patton Road out of that, which is, about the paperwork over to Pam today. We're gonna start an H fund for the engineer, because it's up around 17,000, and we're not even done yet. So that, and then I paid for the front money for Hayworth. Was not a lot of money, but that's coming out of there too. And I still don't know, I won't get the bill for the line trucking from the county till sometime in November, first part of December, so it's gonna look bad for a little bit till we recoup the money back. So that's where we are. We will finish Brand Hollow, weather permitting Monday. We would have did it today if it wasn't rain. That'll be it for paving. The only thing, we just want to shim the end of Strattville Road where the county is repaved Norris Road. It's a pretty good drop off, and Burnt Hill right there. So we just want to
more
touch.
shimming on Donahue, or is that done?
Donahue was, nope, that was, we just shimmed that and tried to do some of the bad spots, but we're to the point now I won't have any money left. It's
Okay.
going to be that rollover we pushed in the last couple of weeks. We did the Olive Park and Alicia Lane, Peru Lane, Howard, Haynes Terrace, we're on Brand Howells, we put a bit of blacktop out. David's running, knock on wood. Oh, she's gonna make another year. Then I've got 2 holes of salt today, 2 more coming tomorrow. We'll switch right into filling that shed. The 2 new trucks, we talked to Sandy, Lad, and Charlie Boys, they are done. They're coming from Vermont, they'll be in Plattsburgh, probably tomorrow or first part of next week, just to check the final computers and stuff. And then we'll get the paperwork going and the transfer to us, and I'll get them registered, and we're just gonna leave them strapped right up and let them go. And then I haven't posted the old truck yet, because I didn't have the new ones for Auctions International, and then we'll run that through. So that's where we're at right now.
Anything else? Courtney?
I think everybody's aware, we had a water break a couple weeks ago, result from a structure fire and the fire department filling off the hydrant. Nothing they did wrong, but we're finding out, which we run into in other parts of the towns, and I didn't really expect it on our transmission main because it's not as old, but the valves put in at that time do not have stainless steel valves on them, and the bolts are rotting on the bonnet of the valve, which is allowing it to separate. So we ended up having to dig them up, shut it down, take all the bolts out, new O-ring. So unfortunately, this could happen many more times in that area. I think we're gonna get a chance, we're gonna dig one up on that line somewhere else and check the condition, and if it warrants, we might set up a program where we start going through digging them up, replace them before they leak, if we can. We've had this happen on Bear Swamp, that line's older, happened at Alicia Drive, down across from Jim Langley's years ago, your business, there was a valve on the side of the road, the one from Pasquale's takeout was the same thing, the valves are out, the bolts are off. So, probably gonna keep happening, but we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna see what we can do is maybe we can do a program where we can start replacing them. We got a correspondence from DEC in our email over our village speedies permit. That's under review right now. They really haven't told us much what's going on, but they did give us this letter, and they are going to be reducing our phosphorus limits into the river, which eventually go into the lake. This will require us to do more testing daily at the plant, and obviously it's probably going to come with more equipment. So we may have to start injecting in our Allen in 2 locations at the facility and testing equipment, just to give you a heads up. They also said that they have mercury minimization language. I'm not too sure yet what that's about. They may require us to do wet testing, hopefully for just 1 year. Again, that cost us like $14,000. We're doing it right now at the water plant, but we won't know until we get that revised speedies permit.
Tony, if you had a closed water system source, would you have as much testing required all the time?
Well, yeah, this is on the wastewater side, so it's whatever going in the river. They really want to check. So it's not on the water side. You know, there are some things on the water side that.
Some of those expenses.
But when you have a well,
side.
when you have a well too, you have other issues you can have.
Yeah, you can have more minerals and things like that.
Yeah, so it all depends on what you get per well.
Yeah.
I kind of told you when they gave us our reduced chlorine limits on the Valcor, we were going to struggle to meet it, and we're up and down, and you may get a correspondence eventually, because they've been after me, because Albany's been after the local health department office, trying to avoid the EPA, and I told them we're doing what we can. I contacted
You know, it's funny that they're always on you about these types of things, right? And then you have Hoosick's Falls, and people are actually suffering as a result of it, and they're waiting for the state to respond, and how long have they dragged it out?
Yeah.
It's do as I say, not as I do.
And we're not high down there, we're just a little bit, you know, they want it at the limit or less, and we're looking at what we can do to do that, and I've asked Todd, I think everybody knows Todd Hodgson, who used to work for AES, he's an engineer out of Essex County now, but he knows our facility's pretty good, so he's gonna come spend a day with us, he's gonna go through both the facilities, look at our phosphorus treatment now, and any recommendations, and the same thing with Valcor. He's not just an engineer, he's also a 4A operator for wastewater, so he's got a lot of experience.
It's an expensive system down there.
And I told the DEC of that, and they were happy with that answer. Other than that, that's all I got now, other than the village wastewater engineering planning grant has been submitted to DEC. They're reviewing it now, and Monday's workshop, you'll learn more about all the findings there.
Okay. Dave?
We got 12 in the last 10 days, I got 8 to check next week. I'll have to push them a little bit if they'll be here. I won't get into the last deal. I got it under control.
That must involve good too.
And maybe making a trip tomorrow.
Anything else?
That's it.
Thank you. Pam? Diane?
Good.
Matt?
Thanks, 20 minutes, I'm good.
Okay, okay, we already did public comments, agenda items, I have resolution discussion, and motion and second to pay the bills.
So moved.
Mel made the motion,
Second.
Rick, second. Resolution.
Resolution authorizing the post audit payment of certain claims, bills, and invoices of the town, whereas the town board has reviewed and audited the following claims, bills, and invoices for services rendered and goods provided to the town in October 2019. The town approved vouchers in October 2019, 2019-01-0261, through and including 2019-01-354, abstract dated 10/17/2019. The dollar amount totaling $181,626.39. Of that, $11,495.09 was wired, credit cards, and prepaid, and $170,131.30 is remaining to be paid. And whereas the town board finds said claims, bills, and invoices to be acceptable in form and reasonable in amount, now therefore be it resolved that payment of the aforementioned claims, bills, and invoices is approved, and Supervisor B hereby is authorized to make such payment, and be it further resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately. Mr. Barber?
Yes.
Mr. Douglas?
Yes.
Mr. Irwin?
Yes.
Mr. Langman?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes. Okay, next one, number 19, motion, and the second I need to adjourn the executive session, to discuss, it's real estate.
Oh.
How do you want to word it?
Real, purchase, lease, or.
Of real property.
Purchasing and transfer.
Okay. Well, that's what the
And
executive.
as a result of us going into executive session, which amount will we be voting on?
Probably not, I would say no. I would say no. No motion will come out of executive session for approval
Okay.
or disapproval. Okay.
Second.
Second by Rick. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.